It's happening when you're talking.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Damn it. You know, in this meeting I was just in with New to the Street, everything was fine. I think it's you guys.
Nah, it's definitely you.
You think
Damn
everything
it.
was fine.
All right. Well, then I'll change these out.
If those are those Bose headphones, I expect them to go in the garbage can. I will buy you some more.
Josh, have you actually combed your hair for this particular DC?
Yes, I did. I did my hair so that way I don't look like a degenerate. How's it working?
It's not working. You still look like a degenerate.
I still look like a Muppet? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hopefully I just look a little more like a well put together Muppet.
We accept you for who you are, and that's just fine by us.
Okay. Yesterday was a hat day. Today I decided I wanted to, do my hair a little bit. Okay. I can look nice every now and then. So I actually need to just jump right into it because I have a class in an hour and I still have to do homework for it. So this is going to be kind of swift and deadly, but all the good things. So little update between the episode 2 and episode 3. We're going to start with what happened last night. So last night we grew our marketing team. We secured a very successful marketer who's been working within the blockchain technology space for a while now, for quite a while now. And she's responsible for the growth of 2 very major projects that we see advertised everywhere, that we have made fun of in the past, but they are successful, and you can't deny that. So we've grown our marketing team. We've now included her. Everything's going to be okay. That's what I keep telling myself, because it is. This partnership, this expansion within our marketing team is going to really put us in an excellent position to make this year the year of DeltaFlare. We might be able to talk more about that in the following. We will definitely talk more about that in the following episodes, but I've got to keep that one brief. Just know that it's time to start packing your damn bags. If your bags aren't packed now, pack your damn bags. We're going past the moon. We're going to shoot past the moon on this one. Too excited. I got to settle down. So last night we probably spent 2 or 3 hours, about 2 or 3 hours, talking with this particular marketer with a strategy with how we are going to get from point A to point B to point Z. And we believe that what it is we're about to jump into is going to get us there. Again, it's going to get us there very, very quickly. We have some excellent things in the works. We have some meetings with some pretty excellent people that are going to get reignited. Just again, because it will just add to our entire ecosystem and our overall success. Also, last night, before I don't think I went to bed until probably about 3:30 in the morning. I was just way too excited, couldn't go to bed. Previously, I had mentioned how we got in contact. DeltaFlare got in contact with a female astronaut group. I've done quite a bit more research on this group, and they're actually a group of aerospace engineers. Some of them do have ties into the aerospace, and they have contacts with astronauts, and so that is another relationship that we are continuing to develop and cultivate. bringing them on board and partnering with them in terms of marketing, in terms of promotion, not only for DeltaFlare, but all of the other partnerships that we have in line, and that they are an all-female crew. That's really going to that's going to put us in another extremely advantageous position to really capitalize on the current climate of the blockchain space right now. If you go into any Twitter space, maybe not any, but quite a few of them, there are a lot of things that are talked about. You're talking about a lot of community building. You're talking a lot about female representation. You're talking a lot about, education through blockchain technology and such. Some areas you're talking about kids, but kids isn't a part of this equation, just kind of mentioning that. Those first three, we can capture that with these very new partnerships that we have secured now and will be securing quite a bit later on. So there's that too. Aerospace engineers, all female crew, they're super dope. They love dogs. We love dogs. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. So new to the street in that meeting. A representative by the name of Natalie, who is representing New on the Street. We got an interview with her. I took a whole page of notes with a meeting with his name's Vince, and then his partner Gerard, about further media exposure into the cryptocurrency, blockchain technology industry. They have been in the industry for over 12 years. They do a lot of IR and PR. In fact, I want to back this up a little bit. When I'm not doing this and I'm not going to school and I'm not hanging out with my son, I'm an intern at NBC in the ad sales department. So I have a few connections in that space. And this meeting that I just had with New on the Street really showcased what I've been learning during my internship with NBC. I was able to really keep up with the terminology that they were using. And we talked a lot about industry standards, statistics, numbers, processes, methods, channels, the whole bit. And it was awesome. Those kinds of meetings, when you have business meetings with other like-minded individuals in that same industry, sparks fly. You have some of the best conversations because you don't have to worry about going into explaining every single detail, which can sometimes get frustrating. Anyways, that's besides the point. So talking to these two gentlemen about marketing and the steps that we're interested in taking as an organization and a project team to not only help out our community, but also how these other partnerships that we're creating is all going to tie together into this one central moon landing or journey through space, because damn it, we're getting there. So New to the Street is all Schedule A media. So that is a lot of the more top tier media that we could be exposed to. We didn't make any sort of partnership deal, but they really liked who we are. They liked the pitch that I gave them. And so either later today or tomorrow, they're going to send us a proposal. They have an interest in wanting to work with DeltaFlare for the next 12 months. And so all of the meetings that we have from here on out, we're going to be talking about some long-term exposure in the media realm. DeltaFlare on TV, on Fox Business, on Newsmax. I can't remember the other one right now, but there's a third one that they primarily get. As I mentioned, I'm an intern at NBC, which is owned by Comcast. One of the ways that this media company works is they buy what's called remnant time. Remnant time is time that it's just left over what's called inventory in the media space. And so they buy that remnant time at a very cheap rate. Typically, let's say you have a 15-second commercial that's like $1,800. But the remnant time is significantly reduced because media companies are wanting to fill that space. So New to the Street seems to capitalize on those areas. Not saying that it's not many people are going to watch it. It's just they need more people, more organizations, more promotion, they're called creatives or commercials to fill those gaps. So that remnant time is sold at a significantly reduced rate. So again, if it wasn't remnant time, you're looking at about $1,800 for a 15-minute commercial. The remnant time, it's about the same length of time, or it could be what's called long form, about 30 seconds, that's sold for about $375. So it's dramatically reduced on the same network, the same exposure, the same impressions, all across different agencies, all across different networks. The majority of this, in fact, all of this takes place in New York. So, you know, we've all been in the cryptocurrency industry. I'm sure a lot of us have, looking at everybody who's in this space for quite some time. There was a point where everybody was talking about buying billboard space. You know, let's get an advertisement on a billboard in Times Square in New York. It's going to be great. But in reality, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. With the millions of people that are in Times Square and how quickly those billboards change, people typically, they need to see something, especially in something like that, 10 to 15 times before they start formulating their own thoughts and ideas. Part of working with New to the Street is not only media exposure on TV, but also billboards in New York. So we can tackle both of those things just with partnering with this media company. They have clients such as Fetch. Before Fetch started working with New to the Street, they were trading at 0.019. After about a 12-part series, now they began trading at $1.22. That's huge growth. That is so much potential, and that's potential that we want to take advantage of. Another one that they've partnered with, or that they've worked with in the past, is Cosmos. They also just had Saitama in. They did an interview with them, in fact, very, very recently, and I'm going to ask for that video so I can share it with you all to kind of give you an idea of what they're capable of doing. So these big names that are in the blockchain industry right now are already working with this group, and we find as though our partnerships that we're developing now, again, with this media company, it's all going to tie together. It's all going to make sense as we continue to grow and continue pushing out our DeltaFlare organization and building this community. Again, I really do believe that 2022 is going to be our year. It's going to be nuts. All of these connections make sense. There's a lot of overlap. It's all going to come together. It's not one of those, we've got to stretch so far to connect these dots. These dots are already just so close together. So New to the Street and the networks that they're associated with, they're all Nielsen rated. So I don't really know if Nielsen gets outside of the United States, but they are just the #1 rating system when it comes to media. They track all of the demographic information. They track all of just that jargon and BS that I have a tendency to go down, but I'm not going to go down that. Nielsen, top rated tracking company, which would be great. And we would get reports based on all of this exposure, and then we can adjust and pivot with New to the Street, what's working, what's not working. Again, to make the best, we can deliver the best community, the best organization and project to everybody else. So airtime on TV, doing interviews either in New York, or we're going to do it on Zoom. So that's going to be really cool. Those get pushed out again to Fox Business, Newsmax, and Bloomberg. That's the other one, Bloomberg. Digital billboards in Times Square and all around New York. They would want to film, let's say, by Tuesday to push it out by Sunday. That's on their news networks. And then there would be some sort of business review with the NASDAQ on the following Monday. So that would be that's really, really awesome. New to the Street, excuse me. Their followers, I'm going to be honest, the followers are pretty low. I wasn't horribly impressed with the 37,000 followers, but but Fox Business, Bloomberg, and Newsmax, you're looking at 1 million+ followers on Twitter. That's an extreme amount of impressions and eyes on us just through Twitter alone. Add in all of the media exposure through digital television, getting on Hulu, which, you know, it would be Fox Business, Bloomberg, Newsmax. They would get us first, and then other agencies, and that's kind of how it works in the media industry. there are opportunities if other news networks need to fill gaps within their inventory. They can let's say pick us up, and they see that we're gaining traction in Fox Business, in Bloomberg, in Newsmax, and let's say NBC says, "Oh wow, look at DeltaFlare. Let's pull this and let's push it out to these demographics." So that would happen, let's say within that would happen within NBC, but then you also have other digital media outlets, Hulu, Peacock, Disney Plus, which is part of NBC. So that is also another possibility, an avenue that's built into the proposal that we're going to get from New to the Street. Well, I was talking to Vince, who's the CEO of New to the Street. He was telling us that there are a lot of these C-suite executives that do invest into the projects that they bring on. So now we're working with another group of investors within these news networks that have a great understanding of what it is that we can deliver. So a little history on that. We've done a lot of pitching as DeltaFlare, getting into Twitter spaces, getting out and trying to grow our community as best as we can. We found that we just can't hit the right audience that we can capture with everything that we can deliver, because we're not like most other projects. We've got your cryptocurrency, a play and earn game, NFTs, and a metaverse inside of an ecosystem that supports itself and all ties together. Maybe people aren't ready for that. In fact, you all are here because you see this, you understand this. This vision is becoming yours to own. It is yours to own because you're here. There are other projects that we don't think are really on that same level, and we find that with getting the right people involved, the right investors, those are the ones that are just going to see it. They're going to click with it. They're going to understand this is the next best thing. This is the way to go, because we're tackling so many dimensions in the blockchain technology space. Those are the investors that we want. Those people that are sitting up in the C-suites, those are the guys that we need to understand this vision of not only business, but also community. Transparency and honesty. This is another thing that I had talked about with New to the Street. They value that greatly. So having that opportunity to say, this is what DeltaFlare believes in too. We probably could, again, this is one of those things, we probably could have high-fived and chest bumped over that, because we get it. It's a space it's a concept that really isn't that prevalent in the blockchain technology space, is the transparency and honesty to bring a community forward together. And just, I remember I was talking with a few of us in the Telegram. We had to redeploy our contract. We've been very open and transparent about why we did it. It's things like that that will really solidify our place in this industry, because that's who we are. We're capable of doing that. And it's an extreme value. I know I'm talking about it way too much. I'm getting in the weeds. I'm too excited to formulate a thought. Bear with me. So further with New to the Street, what we would be expecting, or what they would be expecting, would be a video or some other media coverage at least once a month to push out. So that would be excellent. That's very awesome to think about. Seeing DeltaFlare on TV once a month, talking about the project developments, and this is where the roadmap comes into play, and everything else that we have built out and ready for it. We're always going to have something to talk about. We're never going to have a dull moment. So marketers, growing the project, talking with these media companies, we're going to be in everybody's face on TV, on TV, social platforms, and just in person. It's crazy. It's so exciting. I wish you guys could see inside my head this whole vision. It's fantastic, but I'm doing my best to explain it. What else? So the billboards, I want to talk a little bit more about that, because I had asked, how many billboards do you have? What are the impressions and the views? This is another thing where people that come to us and say, hey, you know what, we're marketers. Look at, we'll promote you on Twitter. We'll show you on Twitter. Look at us. Cool, great. What are your impressions? What's your reach versus your audience? Even with YouTubers, right? So these billboards are getting easily 7 million impressions per day, and there are 50 of them. And we could jockey within our proposal to be on all 50 of these billboards that they have. So 350 million impressions per day if we got on all 50. That sounds cool. Even if we did less than that, that's really cool too. Shit, 7 million for just one billboard, that's great. The more the better, and of course, whatever we can afford in our budget is going to really determine that. Let's see. I think, they've got about 70 clients. They do have a pretty proven track record in their capabilities to be successful. So that's really all about New to the Street and the meeting that I had with them. So for next steps, I've been holding my coffee this whole time.
Yeah.
Next steps, we're going to get a proposal from New to the Street insofar as what they're going to be able to offer and the pricing and the length of time. I asked them to give us as much context as possible. So, doing the side-by-side chart analysis with how projects have benefited, any sort of case studies that can help supplement not only their pitch, but also give us the comforts that we need to know that this is going to be the best financial move for our project and organization to grow. Ideally, we're going to get this by tomorrow, and I would really love to share it with you all to keep you all up to date and give you a better sense of the direction that we're headed. And we're going to go from there. Marketing has already kicked off. Marketing has already kicked off. Like I had mentioned, the marketer that we just brought on to grow that team, we have already kicked it off. Just you wait. I hope you all secure your seatbelts because this mothership is about to get all the way rowdy. So with that said, I've got just a few more minutes. If anybody has any questions, let's do it. And if not, maybe we can just call it quits right here and I can get to my homework before I skip class.
Well, I'd let somebody else talk before I talk for the next minute.
What's going on, Ron?
This is it, man. I actually got a couple of my friends sitting here with me. We're having lunch, and I'm trying to get them on board. I'm trying to let them know that, I did find a legit project that I think we can grow in amongst them. And so they're here with me right now, and we're trying to get them on board.
Very cool, man. Thanks a lot for, as always, man. Thank you for, word of mouth marketing is the best. Tell your friends we say hi. Have them join the Discord or the Telegram, both. Get them up on Twitter, and just like what you had experienced with your inclusion into DeltaFlare, we will treat you like family. As soon as you make contact in our Discord, you're getting the royal family treatment. So if there's any sort of apprehension or anything that we can do to help them feel much more comfortable with moving forward with us, you know how to reach us. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Please don't be shy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, Mike, welcome to the VC. We're about to, it's all recorded. And like I said, I do have just a little bit of time left, but these recordings are going to be available. In fact, I realized that we need to create a channel in our Discord and upload all of these videos to our Discord.
Yeah, I was going to say, John, I think a better option would probably be moving these to YouTube. Since we have them downloaded, we can go ahead and start pushing those onto the YouTube channel. And I think keeping them around a 30-minute max is probably good. Obviously, you have a lot of stuff to do. If you have plans on doing this twice a day, we don't need to be pulling 2 hours of your day out for these, right? Because while the updates are great, we can't talk about updates for 2 hours a day on Telegram. So I think
no doubt, definitely.
I think a 30-minute max for each one is a good time. It's a good YouTube video length. We could probably edit it out, cut it, make it a little bit shorter, and yeah, I think that's where we could probably go from there with those. But
Cool.
I definitely appreciate you coming out here doing these, taking your time to do it. I'm sure everybody else does too.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's the next best move for us, boys.
Yeah, sounds great, Josh. Awesome update. Some exciting news in all of that. I can see that you're pumped. I think that that excitement is infectious. I hope it is. So yeah, I mean, it sounds great. And again, as we've always said, it's chasing down every avenue, pulling every lever, talking to as many people as we can, because that's what makes moves. So yeah, no, great update, Josh. Thank you for that. Much appreciated.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Speaking of which, so I don't know if I had mentioned sometime before, but we had gotten in contact with Shiba to create a bigger, much larger partnership within their ecosystem. Especially after growing our marketing team, and this with new to the street, that conversation, I'm gonna reach out to them today, and I'm gonna start lighting fires to get that moving faster. So we have already put in an application, if you will, for a vetting process to get into the Shiba ecosystem. And I think right about now is a great time for us to really, really lean on that one. So we can expect some volume. We can expect some volume here really, really soon. So I think that about wraps it up, unless anybody has any burning questions. If not, you know where to reach us: Discord, Telegram, anywhere and everywhere. So don't be shy. Reach out. What's happening?
Sorry, the in-game token. Do we know what that's called yet?
No, not yet. We don't have a name for it at the moment.
Okay, so it's got to be rocket fuel, right? Like we need to get our spaceship up and running, right? So I feel like it has to be rocket fuel or something like that.
Yeah, possibly. We're definitely open to ideas, and want to make sure that we stick within a few themes. But yeah, man, it's possible. So much is possible right now at this point. So it's a great way to connect with the community. If you have ideas, pitch them our way. You know, let's hash it out. Let's flesh it out. Let's talk about it. And we're here for you. So be here for us. If you have anything, send it.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
Hey, Josh, hit the Gleam giveaway real quick for me, and then the link is posted inside the Telegram.
How about you talk about the Gleam giveaway?
I'm driving on the interstate right now, but I got you. So we have a giveaway going on right now. If you've ever used Gleam before, basically it walks you through the process of doing some retweets, following the social medias, sharing the giveaway, retweeting the giveaway, and throughout the process of doing those things, you get entries into the giveaway. And right now we have one for a little bag of honor token and some DeltaFlare sweatshirts. So it doesn't cost you anything at all to enter. All you gotta do is go in there and click some buttons, share some information with your friends on social media, and you get entered. There's not a whole lot of people entered in it right now. I think it is set to end at the end of this month, and the winners will get drawn on March 1st. So definitely find that. It's in the pinned messages on Telegram. So just smash that button on Gleam and go in there and click around for a little bit, get your entries, and share it with your friends.
Tell your friends. It's a big thing. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your dog. Tell everybody. Fantastic. Do you have something else, Caper?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking I'm going to have to probably buy a few the G400 to hold them for my friends until they get caught up to. Like I said, I just got off not even a week ago, and I'm so pumped to be a part of this right now. And I just wanted to know too, where do you get the DeltaFlare merchandise from?
So that brings me to another point. Inside of the Telegram, I put a post in there with the 3 sweatshirts, and I said, when this gets 30 fires on it, I'm going to make John open up this swag store. And I think we're at 7 right now. So, again, tell your friends. Go hit the fire button on that picture, and let's get the swag store open. Because I need a new backpack and a new sweatshirt.
And I've got a whole array of products that just want to be worn and used, and I can't open the store, right? I cannot. I want to. Don't get me wrong. I want to open the store, but I can't until that fire emoji is smashed, until it's burning like a ferocious inferno.
And there's 2 ways to get it open. We have a Twitter post as well. The Twitter one's a little bit harder though, because I set that one at 100 retweets and likes. So if we can hit that, the store opens. If not, we get 30 fires inside the Telegram. We'll open it up.
Otherwise, I'm just sat in my ass with the key to this swag store, and I can't turn it. So, yeah, it's up to you guys, right? You either want it or you don't.
Seriously, you guys are some of the best friends I've ever had. This is so funny. I'm so excited.
So there are going to be discounts for G400 members, right?
Maybe.
I've had the same backpack for the last 17 years. I would love a new backpack. I had it when I was in high school. This thing is starting to fall apart finally. The zipper's all busted up. So I would really like a new backpack for the remaining time I have at the university. Let's get it.
It can be arranged.
Hi, good morning.
Thanks, Kat.
How are you?
Hey.
So
I'm good now. I'm honestly now pretty clammy now that you started talking. How are you?
Hi.
I'm just excited. I don't think I'm going to be able to wipe this smile off my face for a long time. And I'm okay with it.
So I just recently became also a holder of you guys, and I'm really bullish from everything that I'm seeing. And the NFTs, I'm telling you guys, I need to get one or many. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. And I started projects in early stages, and I see this project so early that all my recommendations that I could do is that we push together as a community to make this bigger because I know this is going to be big. So right now we're in early stages, and I really encourage everybody to work together. If you see a post, I recently just posted something about it. Let's just get more retweets, more likes, more comments. We work together as a community, and I think the foundation to any successful project is our community, and we work together to make sure that we establish that. And you guys are doing a phenomenal job, and thank you so much for having me here. I'm just can't wait to see more. I'm that girl. I just want to know more information, please.
Definitely. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to sound like a blubbering idiot. Well, maybe not blubbering, but I was already at a loss for words, and now I'm further at a loss for words. We're so happy to have you here. We can't wait. This is going to be gigantic. This is going to be huge. Yeah, early stage. We're that early stage project that everybody should be getting into pretty deeply. It's about to get, like I said, the mothership is about to get rowdy, and it's exciting. Like you said, we would love for the entire community to come together, work together, retweet, tell your friends, get people in the Discord, get people in the Telegram, work within our ecosystem, come learn about us. We're highly transparent, easily approachable. So the more people, the better. Let's grow our army to be ship status. That would be awesome.
For real, 100%, man. Dude, like, if I could have found a project like this for myself a year ago, I would have aped in so hard. Like, all of the knowledge that we've gained over the past 18 months or so, from garbage projects, from just seeing, you learn more by seeing what not to do than you do from seeing what to do, right? So we've seen so much of what not to do inside of other people's projects that we're just prepared to push this damn thing literally as far as we possibly can. We know what the community wants. We know what we want from a project, and that's the best part, is us knowing what we would want in a project. We can deliver that to everybody else so much easier, because for us, it's not about we need to make $1 million tomorrow, because that's not what the end goal is here. The end goal is to push out a badass game to a bunch of badass people and have a cryptocurrency that just so happens to tie to it, and we can all prosper in the process. You know what I mean? So this is fun for all of us. Like, that's what I love about this project.
I mean, we're taking the approach of looking at this project as investors. You know, not like as, you know, corporate executives. We're looking at this and we're building this looking at it through the lens of the investor. What have we all been a part of that just really pissed us off, that didn't work? And here's how we're going to change it. Here are the steps that we're going to take to not follow in those same footsteps. Like you were saying, man, we're looking at it through the eyes of the investor and what we all want to the perfect project to be, to deliver X, Y, and Z the way that it should be done.
100%, man. Like, we're open to any suggestions from the community, right? That doesn't mean we're going to implement all of them. If it's stupid, I promise you 100%, I'm going to tell you it's stupid. You'll see it. You will see it in the Telegram. If people say something stupid, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to call it out quickly, because we're not about trying to pump the coin up to make everybody happy for 15 minutes. We're not about doing things that are not long-term beneficial for the project. There is no gain in a short-term gain, because it's just going to turn into a pump and dump, and that's 100% not what we're looking for. We're looking for a long-term ecosystem for everybody. It's the bit going to GameFi, and we're not going to do that by pumping and dumping.
It's facts. So, Crypto Empress.
I also don't mind, buddy.
Yeah, dude, go ahead.
No, that fella yesterday that really couldn't understand that, you know, he has to follow certain steps in order to be able to market it. And I like the way you guys do that. But at the same time, somebody has to be in there to be like, okay, listen, this guy's a scammer, and we need to get him out of here quick.
Yeah, definitely. Our security is going to be ramping up, especially with the partnerships and connections that we've recently made. Our how do I want to phrase this? Our bullshit detector is on extreme prejudice. If you don't come to us, if a marketer doesn't come to us the way that we are valued, and it's just one of those, you know, cut and paste type, you know, here's what I have. Like I had mentioned, if you don't come with a strong VP, we're not going to waste our time. Our time right now, just our time just got outrageously much more valuable, and you all are going to see that as we continue to work on this project. I'm still thinking about dropping out of college just because I want to focus on this all the time, and I struggle with that every day. But we hear you, man. Those people, they're gonna be next really, really quickly. And the last thing I want to mention, Crypto Empress, thank you so much for being here and a part of this community. You're definitely going to be a bright and shiny light in moving forward and pushing this project. So thank you for supporting us the way that you have.
Absolutely. I mean, again, guys, you know, I tend to do my research. For me, transparency and making sure that our questions are being answered properly is key for me and my investors too as well. So I know that, you know, right now the whole market has been down, and understandable, but meanwhile we could still spread awareness about the project and the potential of this. And I think, like, for me, building communities is key. I love it. I've been involved in so many projects, and they're still standing to this day. And I just love when I see something like a gold token. To me, this is gold. So I will be supporting all the way, and I will be holding. I'm a long-term investor, so I am not here just for a quick buck. I look more for long-term and actually like a good investment, because everybody always complains like, oh, we're so tired of short-term memes and all this. But when you find the right project, hey, it's about the journey, correct?
That's right.
So I'm excited. Thank you so much, you guys. And I can't wait to see more, and let's keep pushing. And if I'm on board, I mean, believe it or not, I won't give up on this project.
Thank you. Thank you so much for those words. Yeah, we will deliver. We're going to do great things together.
You know,
it should go for it.
It should go to say that, you know, we keep getting long-term large investors who repeatedly tell the community, hey, I'm a big investor and I'm here for the long term. And we hear it over and over again. And we see these little sell-offs. So people are selling their chunks off because they don't have the patience. They want a 100x overnight. It should tell the community that these people who are investing large amounts of money for long term, who know what they're doing, we're getting more and more and more of them. So it should open your eyes to what's happening here. We're not looking for the people who are putting in $10 and trying to turn it into 1,000 in 5 minutes. We're looking for people who want to be long-term investors, people who want to help grow the community and the project, and we're getting them. So we're working. We're definitely working, and we just need to understand that the community is going to grow at the rate it's going to grow at, and we're going to continue to pull in the right people to make the right choices for us.
Yep. I'm going to have to cut it here, where I got to submit this homework in 15 minutes. I really don't want to get a 0 on it because I've neglected quite a bit of the homework already. And let me tell you, Russian professors, they really let you have it whenever you don't meet a deadline. And I don't want anybody to kill my vibe right now. So with that said, I'm going to end it here. Again, if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to any of us on the dev team. Reach out to any of our community members that are in the Discord or the Telegram. Thank you again so much for being here. And I look forward to talking with y'all in the next, I don't know, I think 7 or 8 hours from now when we do this again for episode 4. So peace, y'all.
Thanks, Josh.
Talk to you later.